Hello and welcome back to Forbes' Gunners Show. Today we'll be doing a quick post-match analysis of the Saints game in midweek before moving on to some pre-match talk for our Everton fixture on Saturday. It was a thrilling encounter against Saints, who are a side in some fairly solid form. It was unfortunate that Gabriel was shown a second yellow, which changed the game dynamics completely. Overall, the formation and organisation of the side looked solid. While I'm not a fan of the five at the back, it certainly worked in this encounter. Their goal, which came in the 17th minute by former gunner Theo Walcott, showed just how disciplined you have to be in this formation. Some good interplay between the Saints players led to our two central midfielders being slightly out of position, which draws Gabriel higher up the pitch to close down Shea Adams, leaving a gaping hole behind him. Tierney, who has been solid the whole season, is slow to close the gap, and Saka likewise very slow, giving Theo the space he loves to coolly chip Leno to put the Saints 1-0 up. The fighting spirit was lovely to see, and even though we went 1-0 down and Saints were still dominating the period of play, we held our discipline well. The body language of the gents was strong, and I must applaud them for this. They showed some solid fight towards the end of the first half, getting 2 shots on target between the 37th and 40th minutes. Dani Ceballos showing some fantastic creativity and linking really well with Pepe and Saka. The defensive formation during the first half seemed to be a 5-4-1, and while this worked, it still allowed the Saints players plenty of time to pass the ball around. It was calm 1-2 touching before moving the ball again, and it was a Saints-dominated first half overall. The real change came at the start of the second half. Mikel made a good tactical decision to revert to a 4-4-2 while on defence, essentially matching the Saints' formation. This closed down a lot more of the space that they had had in the first half, and through some great pressure and pressing, we had the turnover we needed. Saka gets through 3 players, makes a short pass to Eddie, who lays an even softer short pass into the feet of Aubameyang, who slots it in for the Gunners. Our first goal from open play in 5 or 6 Premier League matches. The heavy pressure seemed to finally be lifted. The gents looked super pumped, and the next few minutes were feisty between the two sides. Unfortunately, it got the better of Gabriel, who kicked the ball away needlessly after conceding a free kick, getting a booking, and not 2 minutes later brought down Walcott and was shown his second yellow. This changed everything, but still, the huge positive for Arsenal is that the gents did not drop their heads. A true showing of good spirit and belief. I have to commend Aubameyang, who seemed to stand up during this time, encouraging the lads to keep fighting. I have in previous videos given Pepe a tough time for his lack of fight, but seeing him return to the Premier League side, he seems to be playing as if there's nothing to lose. Working really hard on defence and just seemed more switched on, reacting to us losing the ball and getting back if we had a turnover, and getting back again if we made a turnover, and seeming to find it being an outlet for the defenders. Well done, Pepe. Other mentions must go to Ceballos, who I think made some of the most creative passing on the pitch, truly allowing us to move the ball forward. Eddie Nketiah had a great game as well, working extremely hard up front in a defensive mindset, which gave Aubameyang some time to actually be attacking rather than defending. I also saw that Aubameyang was moving deeper into the midfield as well, and he was changing players. This shows me that he has been given some freedom, and while he is currently lacking some confidence, this role suits him well. The potential of linking the play with Saka and Pepe and Dani is something I hope we will see more of. The standout for me, and my man of the match, has to go to Maitland-Niles, who I believe had an absolutely brilliant fixture. In his last 3 matches for the Gunners, he has played twice as the left back and once as a central midfielder. Now he starts in the right back position and looks like he has played there the whole season. His ability to read the game is superb. Good footwork often gets him out of trouble when he is under pressure, and his long ball passes give us a wonderful chance to switch play fast. I think he also takes fewer touches with the ball and gives the first pass when he can. I may be ahead of myself here, but if he continues to play in this position, he is likely to be as good, if not better, than Trent Alexander-Arnold. Just saying. The suspensions of Xhaka and Bellerin forced Mikel's hand somewhat, and in hindsight, it was a silver lining. I have mentioned in the previous videos the value that I think Danny brings to the team. I think there has been some unrest in the dressing room lately, and he has struggled to find his spot again in the starting 11. However, I hope to see more of Danny alongside Partey when he returns as well. Now let's move on to our Everton fixture. Everton have struggled through a few fixture weeks, but managed a victory against the Foxes on Wednesday night, showing us that they are deadly on the counter-attack. The Foxes missed a few chances and opportunities, and the Toffees defended really well to maintain their clean sheet. It's going to be a tough fixture with the likes of Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin in some pretty good form. Given the recent success of the Toffees and the fact that it is an away fixture, I think Mikel will stick with a 5 at the back. Gabriel will now be serving his 3-match ban, so who do we start as the third centre-back? I believe Mikel will turn to his experienced man David Luiz. I do not think we will see many changes from the midweek fixture, but we have a few games on the trot, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. My predicted starting 11 is Maitland-Niles, right back, Holding, Luiz and Tierney as the 3 centre-backs, then Saka as a left wing-back. Pepe starting on the right, Danny and Elneny in the middle, and Aubameyang on the left. And our sole central striker in Eddie Nketiah up front. In essence, only the one change. What I hope to see is my man of the match, Maitland-Niles, pairing with Danny as the 2 central midfielders and bringing on Bellerin as the right wing-backer, who will have served his 1-match ban for picking up 5 yellow cards. This will give Elneny a much-needed break, as he has been starting and playing the full 90 minutes in the last 2 matches and was substituted at the 63rd minute in the game before that. His enthusiasm is fantastic, but we can't expect him to be at his best after so much playing time. Likewise, Aubameyang could be feeling a little tired, as he has been playing the full 90 minutes in the last 2 games, which have seen us go down to 10 men. If I had the choice, I would start Smith Rowe on the left and rest Aubameyang, and perhaps having him as a substitute later on in the game. Whatever Mikel thinks is best, his rotation is a real gamble, as we can't afford to lose many more matches. If we win this tough fixture away from home, a lot of the pressure will be lifted, making life a little bit easier for our players over Christmas, with at least a few days break with their respective family and friends. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the upcoming fixture and who you would play. Till next time, bye bye.